Welcome back to Tuesday. We're going to check out the 3 vendors in Tamriel that change on Tuesdays, starting in the Imperial City sewers. First up, we have Shadowfen treasure maps. Definitely don't recommend these at 6,000 Telvar apiece. But if you're curious, Shadowfen brings us Hatchling Shell, Robes of the Hist, Swamp Raider, as well as a chance for the leads for Ancestral Nord, Daggers, and Shoulders motif chapters. Our jewelry, we have Curse Eating necklace and ring, as well as Night Slayer necklace and ring. Our leads, we have Bull's Head Gallery Rail, which is part of Belharz's band. This one drops from the dailies in the Deadland, so this one might be worth getting. You can always pick up the Delve dailies, hope that there's somebody at the World Boss to help. But, I don't know, I think it's just easier to grab it for Telvar at this point. Next up, we have Torque Strand of Song, which is part of the Torque of Tonal Constancy mythic, and this one drops out of the dungeon Blackheart Haven off the final boss. So again, this one's probably going to be a little bit easier just to grab this way. It's not a guaranteed drop off that final boss, so you'll probably have to run it a few times. Just bang for buck, I think this one might be worth it. Alright, our scripts, we have Bound Affix script Defile, adds Defile a debuff reducing healing received. Bound Focus script Generate Ultimate, adds Ultimate Generation. Bound Focus script Trauma, adds Healing Absorption effect. And Bound Signature script Gladiator's Tenacity, adds Damage Reduction. Last up, we have Fragment of Hersine. This is one of 5 pieces of the Roar Verdant Green skill style, and drops out of the Craglorn Delve Hersine's Haunt. Unlike leads, this is a guaranteed drop if you kill that boss, but if you prefer to avoid it, it's here for 5,000 Telvar. Alright, let's head over to the Scholarium and see what scripts he has. Alright, let's see what he has in the Scholarium. First up, we have Bound Affix script Interrupt, adds Interruption effect. Bound Focus script Poison Damage, adds Poison Damage. Bound Signature script Knight's Valor, adds improved use of bash or blocking. And that's it. Pretty simple this week. Let's head into Infinite Archive. For an Infinite Archive, let's see what Filer Ul has for us today.
Immortal.
Okay, starting out with a book, a report on the Dusk Sabers. This one drops in Infinite Archive, but you learn the book, the Eidetic Memory, in Telvanni Peninsula. If you're not sure how that works and how it relates to buying a book, we do have a link below that explains everything. Next up, we have Northern Elsewhere treasure maps. Again, I don't recommend these. They're going to be much cheaper through guild traders. But if you're curious, Northern Elsewhere brings us Call of the Undertaker, Crafty Elfique, and Vesture of Darlock Bray, which is a great thief set, as well as a chance for one of 4 book furnishings. Again, you need the eidetic memory in order to find those on the character you're digging up the map with. The link below explains everything. All right. Our first plan this week is Blueprint Redoran Armchair Sanded. This runs 75 to 125k on PCNA, only about 38 to 60k on PCEU, but I think it's still worth it at 2,000 archival fortunes. Next, we have the Raska the Warped shoulder style page. It's not exactly the most exciting shoulder, but if you're trying to collect them all, this one is going to be available for keys when the Bal Sunar mask page is dropping. It'll be about a 4-day window when that happens. If you're not good about keeping up with that, it's here for 15,000 archival fortunes. I do think keys are the more efficient way to buy them. But again, it is here for 15,000 archival fortunes if you need it. Next up, we have Cartographer's Tricorn, which is one of 7 pieces of the Master Field Cartographer costume. These run about 2,000 to 2,500 gold on PCNA, so I don't think the 3,000 archival fortunes is worth it. You can get them from guild traders, or you can farm them in the Blackreach Greymore Caverns public dungeon, Nechuthenkarst. It is a cool free costume if you farm all 7 pieces. Next up, we have companion equipment weapons. Remember, these are bound if you buy them this way, and you're also at the mercy of RNG as to which trait you get. So this is not one of my recommended purchases. Our leads this week, we have Dark Metal Cubes, which is one of 10 pieces of Music Box Glyphic Secrets, the Furnishing. This one is found from Bastion Nimic Final Bosses. I think Bastion Nimics are really, really long, and it's difficult to find other people to run them with you. I think this is a fantastic buy to avoid running many Bastion Nimics. So I approve of this one, and will probably buy this one myself. Next up, we have Fox Shadow Head Wrap. This is part of Huntsman's War Mask and drops off of the Reach World Boss 4 Skull Lookout. So again, I think this one's probably worth it. There's not a ton of people doing world bosses in the Reach right now, and it takes several iterations typically to get it to drop. So I might buy this one too. All right, plans this week. We are just killing it. Look at this. Pattern Redguard Mat Meditation, 1.8 to 2.2 million on PCNA. On PCEU, that ranges from 650,000 to 1.2 million. Either way, for 2,000 archival fortunes, this is a steal. So if you don't have it, grab it today. And again, I don't have this one, so I'm going to grab this one too. Next up, Praxis Eldertide Taurus Stone. Again, killing it. 340,000 to 425,000 on PCNA. It's only 90,000 to 250,000 on PCEU. But again, for 2,000 archival fortunes, that's a bargain. So if you need this one like I do, you can snag it this week. All right, our second book is What About Glyphics? This one drops in Infinite Archive, but the eidetic memory is in Apocrypha. Next up is Archival Enigmas. Consume 20 Archival Enigmas to unlock the Veteran of the Infinite Achievement and the Veteran of the Infinite Face Art. Here's the Veteran of the Infinite Face Art. Personally, I would skip this one. Archival Enigmas are going to be a guaranteed drop eventually if you just do enough of the Infinite Archive dailies. Infinite Archive's been out for a couple of years now. You probably are getting pretty close to it if you run Infinite Archive with enough regularity to have 60,000 archival fortunes to finish this face art at 3,000 archival fortunes a piece when you need 20 of them. That's just really, really expensive. So not my recommendation. Next, we have our scripts. We have Bound Affix Script Berserk adds Berserk, a buff increasing damage done. Bound Focus Script Bleed Damage adds bleed damage. Bound Focus Script Immobilize adds an immobilization effect. Bound Signature Script Crusader's Defiance adds removal of debilitating effects. And finally, we have Snipe Vibrant Yellow Skill Style. This one you just buy for 20 keys from Madge Elragath in the Undaunted Enclave. So you have a choice. You can spend 20 keys or 10,000 archival fortunes to get this skill style. Whether you run a lot of dungeons or a lot of Infinite Archive, one may be more or less valuable to you. All right. Every week, the gear that drops from Infinite Archive changes, so we're going to go check that out. We just finished 3 arcs of Infinite Archive, and it looks like this week we have gear dropping from Bankerai. That includes 7th Legion Brute, Spriggan's Thorns, and Vampire Lord, as well as from Murkmire, which includes Bright Throat's Boast, Champion of the Hist, and Deadwater's Guile. Except, again, like last week, in the 3rd arc, the gear dropping from Bankerai is replaced with gear dropping from Grotwood. So that includes Green Pact, Ranger's Gate, and Sirabane's Grip. Again, I think that's a bug. It's probably not high priority, so I think we'll see it for a while yet. So this week, Bankerai and Murkmire in the first 2 arcs, and in 3rd arc and later, Grotwood and Murkmire. That's going to do it for this week. We'll see you in the next one.